Hello and welcome everyone to this problem session 1, and we are starting to solve the problems in internet view propagation in this session with the basic problems or basic prerequisite material which is used generally for understanding antenna and wave propagation. So, in order to analyze several problems and theoretical methods for analysis of antennas, we need proficiency in spherical coordinate system. And so, I have designed this first video lecture for understanding or for improvement of our understanding of spherical coordinate systems. Okay, so we will perform uh, 2 or 3 numericals, and I hope we'll find more grip over the spherical coordinate system. So the first question of our interest is to find equations of different lines and planes given in rectangular coordinate system and we have to convert these equations to spherical coordinate systems. For example, the different parts consist of x, y, z axis, x, y plane, y, z plane, z x plane, and we have to find corresponding equations in spherical coordinate systems. So, in general, this is our spherical coordinate system, as you can see in this figure number A. So O is the origin, X, Y, and Z are the as usual rectangular coordinate system axis, X axis, Y axis, and Z axis, and all three axes are mutually perpendicular to each other, as we already know these things very well. Next thing is next thing we consider here the point P itself, and if the point P is having coordinates in a spherical coordinate system, so the coordinates r, theta, and phi. R, theta, and phi, these three are coordinates of point P in spherical coordinate system, whereas the same point P will have some coordinate x1, y1, and z1 in this rectangular coordinate system, and these two coordinates of same point in two different coordinate system are equivalent to each other. So, as you can see here, point P is having three coordinates r, theta, and phi in spherical coordinate system. The first coordinate r means the distance of this point P from origin. So this length OP here is the first coordinate r itself. Okay. So if you need to find the coordinate of any point P in spherical coordinate system, first of all you have to assume a frame, a rectangular coordinate system, with respect to which we will find the spherical coordinate system. Okay, for any point. And when you have a rectangular coordinate system with you, you assume that particular point in that coordinate system, and distance of that point from the origin itself will be the first coordinate, the coordinate r. Okay. Similarly, the second coordinate theta is defined as the angle between line segment OP, as you can see in this figure, line segment OP and z axis. This angle you can see. Okay, so this angle is known as theta, and this angle theta is always measured from positive z axis. Keep this thing in mind. This is an important aspect here. So theta is the angle between line segment OP and z axis, and this theta is always measured from positive z axis. Okay. Okay. For finding the third coordinate phi, we project this point P on xy plane. As you can see, I project the point P on xy plane. I found P dash on the xy plane itself. Now we join this origin O to the point P dash. As you can see here, OP dash. The angle between OP dash and positive x-axis. Okay, keep this thing in mind. The angle between OP dash and positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, when you are viewing from top direction, or you are viewing from upward. Suppose you are available on z axis. When you are viewing this angle should be measured in anti-clockwise direction. This angle is known as the third angle phi. Okay, so our objective is to find all these coordinates for or find the coordinates of any point P which is lying on x-axis, on y-axis, on z-axis, or x, y, y, z, or z-axis. Okay, so we'll start with our first question. In first question we have Point A. Yes, before we reach to that particular point, there are two more figures I have made for you. As you can see here, we have point P here. Point P is joined with point O. This distance from O to P is a first coordinate of spherical coordinate system R. Then the angle between OP and Z axis measured from positive Z axis will be the theta. And for finding the third axis, what we do, we draw perpendicular from point P to XY plane, that is projecting point P on XY plane, we find P dash. And the angle between positive X axis and OP dash in anti-clockwise direction, as you can see here, this angle is known as phi. The same angle we can find if we draw lines parallel to this, if we draw or, okay, the same angle we can find if we draw, suppose from P dash, we draw projection on X axis and Y axis, and we find 2 points, PX dash and PY dash. Okay, PX dash and PY dash. And similarly, if we draw projection from point P to XZ plane and YZ plane, we find point PY and PX. If you are if you can view this in rectangular coordinate system, it is obvious that PX is having projection PX dash on X plane, X axis, and PY is having projection on PY dash on Y axis. And if we draw projection from PX and PY, they both will intersect at point A, or they both will meet at point A on Z axis, as you can see here. And jointly, this complete figure will be a cuboid like. So here the angle between OP dash and X axis will be same as angle between AP and APX, as you can see here, this angle phi. Okay, so what's the objective of doing this is this same angle. If you want to find the third coordinate of point P, that is phi angle, what you do, you perform or you draw projection from point P to XY plane P dash, and then angle between OP dash and OPX or X axis is considered this phi. The same thing we can find by projecting this point P on Z axis, as you can see here. Projecting point P on Z axis, you will find the coordinate, or you will find the point A, and then angle between AP and this plane. This plane is the XZ plane. So angle between AP and this XZ plane will be same, that is phi. Okay. The same thing is also expressed here in the third figure, where you can view this the XZ plane itself, A, PX, PX dash and O. We are drawing in this particular figure number C the plane A, PX, PX dash O here, as you can see, XZ plane, and the plane A, P, P dash O, as you can see here. These two things are jointly, you can consider they are two planes, and these two planes are making some angle with each other. Okay, fine. Okay, so the same logic here is also represented here in this term. You can consider it to be this XZ plane is like a wall, and this APP dash O is a door, and this door is moving away from the wall itself. At initial position, when phi equals to 0, the door will be coincide with the wall, but when phi increases, the door will rotate in anti-clockwise direction with respect to the wall, as you can see in the figure. In this way, if you want to improve your imagination, that will be helpful for us to understand upcoming numericals. So now our first question is to find the equations for x-axis. Now, what is the meaning to find equation of x-axis is that if any point is lying on x-axis, what will be the what can you assert about that particular point in general for any point? So for that purpose, we assume that this is our rectangular coordinate system. This is x-axis, this is z-axis, and this is y-axis. And on x-axis, we place a point in general. We don't know where is the point located. This point may be here, this may be here, this may be here, this may be anywhere. So in general, we place this point P on the x-axis itself. And now we try to find the spherical coordinate system using the method explained just above. What we do, first of all, we want to find this distance from O to P. We find that the distance O to P will depend on the position of point, so it varies. Okay, this cannot be asserted in general that this distance will be this much. You cannot say anything. So on the basis of distance of point P from origin, it depends on the position of point number 1. Okay. If it is on, even if it is on x-axis, this distance will vary for different points. Then what we do, we draw a projection of this point P, or for finding the second angle theta, we join OP. So this is our OP, and obviously when point P is lying on x-axis, OP and x-axis are same. So OP is same as x-axis. And then angle of this OP with z-axis, measuring from positive z-axis, that will be same as angle between OP or x-axis and z-axis, and obviously this is theta. You can verify, or you can think of that for every point lying on x-axis, for every point lying on x-axis, this angle between OP and z-axis is always theta. Because for every point lying on x-axis, OP is same as x-axis, and that's why the angle between x and z-axis is 90. So therefore, that's why this the second coordinate theta is fixed. And our objective is to find such conclusions, such assertions. Okay, so for x-axis, one thing is clear, that for every point lying on x-axis, the second coordinate is always pi by 2 or 90 degree. There will be no doubt in this particular case. Okay, now finding the third coordinate, what we do, we draw projection from point P. This point P is at this particular point on xy plane, and we have to draw projection of this point on xy plane itself. Now you can imagine that if point P is lying on the x-axis, that means it is in xy plane. And if a point is on xy plane, when you draw projection of this point on xy plane itself, the point and the projection coincides. The same point is also the projection. So the point P is same as its projection on xy plane, P dash. Okay, and if it is so, the angle phi is given by joining this O to P dash, origin to P dash. So you are joining OP dash. OP dash is same as x-axis, and phi is angle between this OP dash and x-axis. Since OP dash, OP and x all are collinear and overlapping to each other, there will be no angle in between them, or better is to say there will be zero angle in between them. So that's why the third coordinate phi is also certain that it is also zero. Okay, so in this manner, for any point lying on x-axis, the radial component or the r component cannot be said, we cannot say anything about this radial component. This can be anything. The value of the radial component depends on the, or radial coordinate depends on the distance of point from origin, which can be from 0 up to infinity. So we cannot certain about this this parameter, but surely we can say that for any point lying on x-axis, the angle between OP and z-axis is always 90 degree. That's theta is always 90 degree, and the angle between the projection of point P on xy plane, that is P dash, distance OP dash and x-axis, the angle between OP dash and x-axis, they always coincide with each other, and that's why the angle phi is always 0. So for x-axis, the equation will be written in terms of this: theta equals to pi by 2 and phi equals to 0. Or equivalently, you can say in spherical coordinate system, theta equal to pi by 2 and phi equal to 0 represent all the points lying on x-axis. Okay, that's what we want to find. Similarly, for y-axis, we consider we have to find the same things. We have to find the general assertions about all the points lying on y-axis. What is the thing? What are the coordinates which are common for all the points lying on y-axis? So for finding positions or for finding equation of point on y-axis, we consider a point P on y-axis itself. So the first point will be the distance of the point P from origin, that is OP, and obviously it is again depending on the distance of point P from origin, which can vary from 0 to infinity. Okay, so we cannot say anything about the distance. That's why the distance is not certain. It varies for different points. Now in general, okay. Now for this particular point, the second coordinate is theta. Theta is the angle between OP and positive z-axis. As you can see, OP and y-axis both are coincides, both are collinear, and they are overlapping to each other, OP and y-axis. That's why the angle between OP and z-axis is same as angle between y and z-axis. So the angle theta will be pi by 2, of course. There will be 90 degree angle in between OP and positive z-axis. And for finding the third coordinate, that's phi, we draw projection from point P to xy plane. As you can see, the point P is lying on y-axis. Okay. And since point P is lying on y-axis and y-axis itself is always in xy plane itself, so point P is lying in xy plane itself. And as we have just mentioned that the projection of any point in xy plane on the xy plane itself will be the same point itself. Okay, you can verify. If you think of, you can find, if you consider your tabletop as xy plane and a point is lying in the xy plane itself, at anywhere, not just on y or x axis, if it is available in this particular plane itself, so point P is on tabletop also. Now, if you draw a projection of point P from to the tabletop, you find that the projection will be the same point itself, and that's why P and P dash are same. So now the angle between OP dash is angle between OP dash and positive x-axis, as you can see in the figure. OP dash, OP and Y all are same. They all are aligned. They all are overlapping. So angle between OP dash and x-axis in anti-clockwise direction will be same as angle between positive Y and positive x-axis. So that will be phi equals to pi by 2. So in general, for any point lying on y-axis, we cannot say what will be the rth coordinate of point P, but surely we can say that the second coordinate theta and the third coordinate phi, both will be pi by 2 or both will be 90 degree for any point lying on y-axis. Conversely, it can also be said that if a point in a spherical coordinate system is having theta equals to pi by 2 and phi equals to pi by 2, surely the point will lie on the y-axis itself in the equivalent rectangular coordinate system. Okay. Now the third one is finding the equation for z-axis. So the figure is quite little blur, so you can draw the figure by yourself also. Now to find the coordinate of z-axis, we have to find the general assertion for points lying on z-axis itself. So for this particular purpose, we consider a point P in general at any position on the z-axis itself, as you can see in the figure. So the point P here, is lying on z-axis, and if we try to find the first coordinate, that's the distance of this point P from R, it depends on position of point P. If position of point P varies along z-axis, this distance will vary. So it is not general. We cannot say anything in general about the distance of point P from origin or the first spherical coordinate. For the second coordinate, we find the angle between OP and positive z-axis. And in this particular case, O is the origin here. So OP and z-axis, they are overlapping to each other. These two lines are overlapping to each other, and that's why the angle between them is 0. There will be no theta. Okay. So theta coordinate is surely, we can say, for every point lying on z-axis, theta coordinate is always 0. Okay, because the line segment OP and positive z-axis are overlapping to each other. For finding the third coordinate, what we could do, we draw projection from point P to origin. We draw projection from point P to xy plane. Since the point is lying on z-axis, the projection of point P on xy plane, that is drawing projection of point P on or drawing perpendicular from point P to xy plane, will reach or will intersect the xy plane at point origin. So P dash is same as origin, and that's why OP dash is not a line now. For any point lying on z-axis, we will not get OP dash as a line. Rather, we get O and P dash both overlap or both coincident on each other, and that's why OP dash is just a point. And finding angle of a point with a line, the third coordinate phi is angle between OP dash and positive x-axis. But since OP dash is now a line, we cannot find angle between a line and a point. And that's why we cannot say anything about the phi, or phi can take any value, all the values are acceptable. So in general, for any point lying on z-axis, R can take any value from 0 to infinity. Phi can take any value from 0 to 2 pi, but theta is always 0. And that's why z-axis is represented by just a simple expression theta equals to 0. In reverse manner or in converse manner, if it is said that a point, what can you tell about a point which is having theta coordinate always 0? So we can surely say that this point will always lie on z-axis. Okay, so theta equals to 0 degree will represent z-axis. Now, changing the gear, we are heading towards expressions for planes. Okay, coordinate planes, obviously. So to understand this, first of all, we find the expression for or equation for xy plane in equivalent spherical coordinate system. Again, what we do, we'll consider that the general point P is lying on xy plane itself, and then we try to find the general expressions for or general conclusion what we can make for r, theta, and phi. And the thing which remains constant all over, we will represent the same as the equation of xy plane. Okay. So as you can see in the figure, we consider point P here. This is the position of point P in xy plane. Our objective is to find the equation for xy plane. That's why we consider the point P is lying in xy plane itself. If our objective is to find the equation of x-axis, we consider the point to be on x-axis itself. So for this particular question, I'm saying if you want to find the equation of any particular line or plane, you have to consider that the general point to be situated on that line or plane. Okay. Now we place this point P here. So first coordinate is the distance of this point P from origin. This is origin. So OP, origin to P is OP. This point is O. So O to P depends on position of point P on xy plane. This point P can approach 0 or can approach infinity in any direction, and that's fine in xy plane itself. Okay, it cannot go above or below xy plane because we have to find the equation of xy plane. So if point P is lying in xy plane, it can have r from 0 to infinity. R can take any value. Okay, we cannot say anything surely about r. Okay, because it depends on the position of r. Okay, then second coordinate is to find this angle theta. To find theta, what is theta? Theta is angle OP and z-axis. One thing we can surely say that line joining O to point P, this OP will always be in xy plane. This point P can be anywhere in xy plane, and O is always in the plane xy plane. That's why the OP line segment is always in xy plane itself. It can never be above or below xy plane. Okay, since the line segment OP is an xy plane, that's why z-axis, which is perpendicular to xy plane, will also be perpendicular to OP always. Always keep this thing in mind. Okay, so since line segment OP is in xy plane, it is coplanar with xy plane. So OP and z-axis will be perpendicular to each other for all possible positions of point P. Okay, and that's why the second coordinate theta will be always equal to pi by 2. Okay, so for any point P lying in xy plane, theta is always equal to pi by 2. We cannot sure about r, but theta is surely pi by 2 for any position point, any position of point P in xy plane. For any position of point P in xy plane, when you join O to P, you find the line segment OP in xy plane itself. And since xy plane is perpendicular to z-axis, that's why the line segment OP is also perpendicular to z-axis, and therefore the angle between positive z-axis and line segment OP is 90 degrees. Okay. Okay. Now to find the third coordinate, we should check about the third coordinate also. So when we think of the third coordinate phi, we try to find the projection of point P on xy plane itself. Since we had already considered that point P in this particular case will always lie on xy plane itself. So if suppose the tabletop is xy plane and point P is somewhere on the tabletop itself, and you draw a projection of this point P on the tabletop itself, you will find the same point P as P dash. Okay, so point P and P dash will overlap each other. They are coinciding, and therefore P is equals to P dash. P and P dash are same. Now, what is the phi coordinate? Phi coordinate is OP dash. So OP dash and OP, they are same. So angle between OP dash and positive x-axis, this angle is known as phi. Now for different values of P, you can consider yourself that if point P is not here, rather it is here at this position, you will find this distance to be OP dash, and correspondingly phi will change. This point will be somewhere here. When you find projection, the same point you will find, and this distance will be OP dash, and angle phi will change. So for different positions of phi can value different positions of P in xy plane. Phi can take values from 0 to 2 pi, and therefore in xy plane r can take values from 0 to infinity. We cannot be certain or we cannot say in general about the values of r. Phi can take any values from 0 to 2 pi. We cannot say anything that it is specifically that this value is fixed for all the points. What we can say is that only theta will be fixed. Only theta will be fixed. So if it is said that theta equals to pi by 2, then in a spherical coordinate system, then what you can assert about a particular point having theta equals to pi by 2 always, you can say that for all possible combinations of r and phi with theta equals to pi by 2, the point will lie on xy plane. Okay, and that's why we consider theta equal to pi by 2 to be the equation of xy plane in spherical coordinate system. Similarly, if you want to find the equation of yz plane, as you can see here, so in yz plane, to find the equation of yz plane, we consider the point P to be present, located in yz plane itself. So here we have yz plane, this is y, this is z, and this is point P, and point P is lying on yz plane, and our objective is to find the general conclusions about r, theta, and phi, the spherical coordinates of point P. For that, we first of all think about the r. What is r? R is distance from origin to point P. Again, it depends on the position of point P. We had already mentioned for all the points the same thing, that we cannot say anything that for all points on x-axis or y-axis or z-axis or xy plane or yz plane or xz plane, point distance of point P to origin is constant. No, it will not constant. It depends on the position of the point P. Okay, and it can vary from 0 to infinity. So we cannot say anything about r. What is theta? So theta is line joining OP, angle between line joining origin to P and positive z axis. As you can see here, this is theta. Since point P should lie in yz plane, this point P can be here, this point P can be here, this point P can be here. And for different position of point P, the angle between z and OP or z axis and OP will vary. So for different points in xy plane, you find different values of theta, and correspondingly theta can also be not concluded surely. It varies from different points. What is the thing which remains constant for all the points? So to find the up to this point, we didn't find r and theta as the two things which remain constant for all the points. Now to find third coordinate, what we have to do, we have to draw projection of point P on xy plane. Now in this particular case, as you can see, the point P is in yz plane itself. Okay, so point P is in yz plane. Here you are having y-axis, here you are having z-axis, here you are having point P. Since the point is on yz plane, when you try to find the projection of point P on xy plane, you draw projection from point P to P dash. Okay, and at what position the P dash will be? Since the point P is yz plane, the perpendicular from point P to z and y will intersect at this point P dash and the point here, the point A, you can say this point. Okay, since y-axis and y-axis lies in xy plane, that's why the projection of point P in yz plane on xy plane will intersect xy plane at y-axis itself. So point P dash is on y-axis always. You can verify it by again from expression. Suppose your tabletop, you join your tabletop with the wall, and the line joining tabletop to the wall, you consider it as y-axis, and line on the wall perpendicular to this y-axis as the z-axis. Then the wall will be the yz plane. If a point is lying on the wall itself, point P, when you draw projection from point P to the line joining tabletop and wall, that's y-axis, you find this when you draw perpendicular to this tabletop from that particular point, you find that perpendicular will intersect to the tabletop on y-axis always and always. Okay, so point P dash will be on this y-axis always, and so the line joining OP dash, origin with point P dash, so OP dash is always overlapping with the y-axis, and that's why the angle between OP dash and x-axis will be same as angle between y-axis and x-axis, and that's why the phi angle will be always equals to pi by 2. So for all point P lying on yz plane, we cannot say anything about r. We cannot say anything about theta. R can be anything from 0 to infinity depending on different position of point P in yz plane. Theta can be anything from 0 to pi depending on different position of point P on yz plane. But phi will be always fixed. Phi is always fixed for all position of point P on yz plane. Okay, this phi value is always pi by 2. Okay, keep this thing in mind. If you have any question, you can ask very well. What I am saying here, I think I should include here before we move to the next part, that when we think of this, if the point P is lying on the YZ plane in which y-axis is positive. Okay, YZ plane includes the positive y, positive z, positive y, negative z, negative y, positive z, and negative y, negative z. So you can divide this YZ plane into two parts by Z-axis. So if you think of the region right of the Z-axis, if point P is lying there in the right half of the YZ plane or from Z-axis, in that case, the point P will, the projection of point P on XY axis will be on positive Y axis, and in that case, the phi will be equal to pi by 2. So this expression is, this phi equals to pi by 2 is okay only if the point P is lying on this half, the right half of Z axis, right half of YZ plane as compared to Z axis. If the point P is in the back side, if the point P is lying between positive Z and negative Y axis or negative Z and negative Y axis, in that case the point projection of point P will be on projection of point P on XY plane will be on negative Y axis, and corresponding to that negative Y axis, phi will be equals to 3 pi by 2. Okay, so expression of YZ plane will depend. So it is I have prepared this question by myself, so I forgot to write this particulars. That's why I'm explaining here that for YZ plane, phi is equals to pi by 2 only if the point P lies on the uh, right side of the or right half of the XY plane. If the point is lying on the left half of the YZ plane, if the point P lies on the left half of the YZ plane, in that case, phi will be equals to 3 pi by 2. You can very well verify that. Okay. If you draw the figure by yourself, you will find that the same thing is correct. And similarly, in the XZ plane, the last expression here, for XZ plane, we consider the point P to be in XZ plane itself, as you can see here. Again, this point P can be either the front part of this XZ plane extend from this up to this and backside and so on and so on. So from positive X to negative X and from positive Z to negative Z. If point P is lying in area such that X remain positive always, in that case, the projection of point P will always be on projection of point P on XY plane will always be on a positive X axis. So P dash will always be on positive X axis. But if point P lies on the back side of Z axis, in that case, if point P is lying on XZ plane such that X is always negative, in that case, the projection of point P will be always on negative X axis. For these two cases, again, for case if the point P is in the same position as you can see here, the OP dash and positive X axis, they are collinear, and that's why the angle between them is 0, and phi coordinate can be surely asserted as 0. If point P is on back side, if point P is lying in the region where X is negative, the projection of point P will be on negative X axis. And so the angle between positive X axis and OP dash is same as negative X axis. So angle between positive X axis and OP dash, or angle between positive X axis and negative X axis, will be equal to 1. And that's why for these two situations, you will find okay. So in this manner, we can find the equation for coordinate axis and coordinate planes. Now we move for our next question. So the next question is very interesting. Here we have to find equivalent coordinates of following points in spherical coordinate system. So suppose you have given coordinates in a rectangular coordinate system. As you can see, there are several points I have considered. There are almost 8 points, and we have to find their equivalent spherical coordinate system. So I had find the same things for some of them, and remaining I have left for your exercise. So suppose for the first case, for A, which is 1, 1, 1. So the point, this is our rectangular coordinate system, X, Y, Z axis, as you can see, and this is the point P, which is having coordinate 1, 1, 1, and we have to find the equivalent coordinates of point P in a spherical coordinate system. Okay. So the first coordinate of spherical coordinate system is the distance of this point P from origin. That is, origin is having coordinate 0, 0, 0 and point P is having coordinate 1, 1, 1. That's why this distance from O to P, that is R, is given by OP, and OP will be equals to square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square, that is square root of 3. So the first coordinate of this point P will be root 3, the distance of point P from origin. To find the second coordinate theta, the theta is angle between OP and z-axis. To find this coordinate theta, what we do, we draw projection from point P to z-axis. Okay, for in rectangular coordinate system, this is very easy. When we want to draw projection of any point on any coordinate axis, what you have to do, you should make all the coordinates 0. Suppose you want to find projection of point P on z-axis. So except z, all coordinates should be 0. So same thing, x is 0, y is 0, and the z coordinate will be equal to the z coordinate of point P itself. Okay, and that's why the projection of point P on z-axis, that is A, is having coordinate 0, 0, 1. Okay, now distance of origin to point A, you can very well find this is given by 1. Distance between A to P, again you can very well find this will be equals to square root of 2, and that's why theta will, if you consider this triangle OPA, which is having 90 degree at point A, for angle theta, AP is the perpendicular, OP is base, OA is base and OP is hypotenuse. That's why tan theta, which can be written as perpendicular upon base, that is AP upon OA. So theta will be equals to tan inverse AP upon OA, and correspondingly AP will be given by square root of 2. I have written over here. So tan inverse square root of 2 upon the OA is 1. So it is tan inverse square root of 2 upon 1. That will be equals to 54.73 degree. So the second coordinate theta in this particular case is given by 54.7. Okay. Similarly, for finding the third coordinate, what we do, we draw projection of point P on XY plane. Again, we already know about rectangular coordinate system, that if we want to find projection of point P on one of coordinate plane, XY, YZ or ZX plane, then what we do, we keep the coordinates. If we want to find the projection of point P on XY plane, we keep X and Y coordinate same as point P. So if point P is having X and Y coordinate 1, 1, we keep the projection, the coordinates of P dash will have same coordinates of X and Y 1, 1, and the third coordinate will become 0. So for when we find projection of point P on XY plane P dash, we find that the X and Y coordinates are 1, 1 and third coordinate is 0. Okay, so in this manner we can find P dash. Again, we find projection of P dash on x-axis. Okay, what we have to do, we have to find the angle phi. Angle phi is angle between OP dash and x-axis. So to find this angle phi, what we do, we draw projection of point P dash on x-axis. That is, projection of P dash on x-axis will be P. So for finding projection of P dash on x-axis, as I have already explained, only the x coordinate will be non-zero, remaining y and z coordinate on x-axis will be 0. So I make all these things 0, and x coordinate of point B, the projection of P dash will be equal to the point P dash, x coordinate of point P dash itself. Okay, so if you are having x coordinate of P dash is 1, the x coordinate of B is also 1, and correspondingly we are having the coordinate of point B. Now for finding phi, as you can see here, if you take triangle OBP dash, angle B is 90 degree, so it's a right angle triangle, and with respect to this angle phi, BP dash is the perpendicular, OB is the base, and OP dash is the BP dash is the hypotenuse, OB is base, and OP dash is the perpendicular, and corresponding to which we can find very well cos inverse in terms of cos theta or cos phi. So cos phi will be equal to base, that is OB, divided by BP dash. Okay, so for finding phi, with respect to phi, the side in front of this angle phi is perpendicular, hence BP dash is perpendicular. The side over which this phi is resting is OB, that is the base, and the largest side or the side in front of the 90-degree angle, that is OP dash, is the hypotenuse, and that's why cos phi will be equal to base upon hypotenuse. Base is OB with respect to phi, and hypotenuse is OP dash. So phi will be equal to cos inverse OB upon OP dash. So cos inverse is given by OB. As you can see, OB is having a length of 1 and OP dash is having a length of square root of 2. That's why cos inverse of 1 upon root 2, which is given by pi by 4 or 45 degree. So in this manner, we had find the spherical coordinate system for the point 1, 1, 1 in spherical coordinate system. The equivalent coordinate will be root 3, comma 54.73 degree, comma 45 degree. These are the equivalent spherical coordinate system coordinates to the point having rectangular coordinates 1, 1, 1. Now this is our next question. The point which is having a rectangular coordinate 1, 1 and minus 1. X coordinate is 1, Y coordinate is 1 and Z coordinate is minus 1. So obviously it will lie in the 8th octave, I should say, or it will lie in the in this particular region below xy plane. Okay, this is positive x-axis, this is positive y-axis, and this is negative z-axis. The point P is having coordinate positive x, positive y, and negative z. So it will be somewhere in this particular region. So we consider the point P here. This is the coordinate of point P or position of point P with coordinate 1, 1 and minus 1. Okay, and we have to find the equivalent coordinates in spherical coordinate system. So what will be the first coordinate? So first coordinate will be r. R is the distance of this point P from origin. So OP. OP is given by square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus square root of square of minus 1, that is equals to square root of 3. Okay, I hope there is no problem in this. Origin is having coordinate 0, 0, 0. So with respect to this, the distance OP is given by square root of 3. The angle theta will be angle between OP and positive z axis, as you can see. Okay, and this angle theta is greater than 90 degree. It can be very well, you can think of very well. Okay, so why this angle is greater than 90 degree? Because OP is below xy axis, and that's why this angle will be always 90 plus something. We consider that this angle theta can be written as 90 degree plus alpha. As you can see here, this angle alpha is angle between OP and xy plane. Okay, so to find this angle alpha, what we do, we draw projection from point P to xy plane. This is P dash. So this angle is 90 degree here. And in if you think of this alpha, the side in front of alpha is perpendicular, that is PP dash is perpendicular, and this OP dash with respect to alpha is base, OP dash. So if you think of the length PP dash, the length of PP dash will be equals to 1, and the length of OP dash 0, 0, 0 and 1, 1, 1 will be equals to square root of 2, and correspondingly tan alpha. So theta can be written as 90 plus alpha, 90 same plus alpha can be written as tan inverse of perpendicular upon base, perpendicular that is PP dash which is 1 upon base which is OP dash square root of 2, and tan inverse of 1 by root 2 is given by 35.26. Correspondingly we get theta is equals to 125.26. Okay, so that will be the second coordinate. Okay, you can think of it very well. Now for the third coordinate, we have to find the angle phi. As you can see here, for finding theta, we had already find projection of point P on xy plane, that is P dash. And how to find the projection of point P on a coordinate plane? If you are finding the projection on xy plane, keep x and y coordinates same as the point P and make the third coordinate as 0. Now, if you want to find phi, what is phi? Phi is angle between OP dash and x-axis. To find the projection or to find this angle phi, what we do, we find the projection of this point P dash on xy plane. When we do the same, the projection of point P dash on xy plane will be equals to point B. How can we find projection of point P dash on point B? We draw projection perpendicular from P dash to xy plane, and this point B is having coordinate given by, or it can be find the coordinates of the projection can be find by making all the other coordinates 0. If you are finding projection on x-axis, y and z coordinate should be 0, and x coordinate should be equal to the x coordinate of the point itself. That is one. In this manner, you have OB. In this manner, you have OP dash. The OB will be equals to 1. OP dash will be equals to square root of 2. This is angle 90 degree. So OP dash in triangle OBP dash. OP dash is hypotenuse. BP dash is perpendicular. OB is base. Correspondingly, the phi will be written as cos inverse of OB upon OP dash. Since OB is 1, OP dash is square root 2, as we have already explained in the previous part. So phi will be equals to 45 degree. And correspondingly, the point 1, 1 minus 1 can be written as square root of 3, comma 125.26 degree, comma 45 degree in spherical coordinate system. Okay, so the next topic we are going, or the next point for which we are going to find the spherical coordinate system is point -1, -1, 1. As you can see, the point is having x negative, y negative, and only z is positive. Okay, so x negative, that means in this particular portion x is negative, y is negative means in this particular y is negative, and z is positive means this positive. So point P is somewhere here. Okay, so -1, -1, and 1, and we follow the same procedure. The first coordinate will be the distance of point P from origin. Obviously, that will be equals to square root of 3. So it can very easily we can find. So finding the second coordinate, the second coordinate is distance between OP and Z axis. So for finding this angle between OP and Z axis, this as you can see here, what we do, we draw projection of point P from to Z axis itself, that is point A, and projection can be easily found as coordinate 0, 0, 1. So with respect to angle theta, triangle OAP is a right angle triangle where right angle is at 90 point A. So with respect to angle theta, AP is perpendicular, OA is base, and OP is hypotenuse. Okay, and correspondingly theta can be written as tan inverse AP upon OA, that is tan inverse perpendicular AP upon OA, that is base. So base is having coordinates 1 and length 1, and AP, the perpendicular, is having length of 2, square root of 2, and correspondingly tan inverse square root of 2 upon 1, that is 54.73 degree for theta. Okay. Third coordinate, phi, is very important in this particular case. Okay. How do you find third coordinate phi? So first of all, you draw projection of point P having coordinate -1, -1, 1 on xy plane. When you find its projection on xy plane, x and y coordinate remains same and z coordinate remains 0. It will become 0. So this point P dash is having coordinate -1, -1, and 0. And OP dash, angle between this OP dash and positive x-axis. Where is positive x-axis? This is positive z-axis. The angle between positive x-axis and OP dash, this angle. This angle will be the value of phi that we have to find. If you try to visualize, you can very well find that this angle will be 180 plus something. Okay, it is more than 180. So we consider this value phi as 180 plus alpha, where alpha is what? Alpha is this angle with negative x-axis and OP dash, as you can see. Okay, and to find this alpha, we represent phi as 180 plus alpha, and to find this alpha, we draw projection from P dash to negative x-axis. The point coordinate is having, the projection is having coordinate B. So when you form the projection of P dash on negative x-axis, you find the coordinate as -1, 0, 0. Now with respect to this alpha, this angle B here is 90 degrees. So with respect to alpha, P dash B is perpendicular, and OB is base, and OP dash is hypotenuse, and therefore alpha can be written as cos inverse of base upon hypotenuse. Base is OB, which is having length 1, and hypotenuse square root of 2. So 180 degree plus cos inverse 1 by root 2, that is 45 degree, which is equal to 225. And correspondingly, the point -1, -1, -1 can be written as square root of 3, 54.73, 225 degree. Okay. This is our next topic. No, sorry, next point. I should say this will be our last point. Okay. After next and we will handle in our next session. So for this particular point, we are having all three coordinates negative: x negative, y negative, and z negative. X negative means the region behind origin in this particular region. Y negative means to the left of z axis, and z negative means below this origin, as you can see. So point P is somewhere here, -1, -1, -1. How do you find the coordinates? So distance of origin, point P from origin will be equals to square root of 3. It is as same as we had already found. For finding theta, the second coordinate is angle between OP and Z axis. You can very well think of that this angle will be greater than 90, okay? Because it is including negative Z axis. So angle is definitely greater than 90 degree. How much greater it is? So we consider this theta to be given by 90 plus beta, where this beta is angle between OP and the minus x minus y plane, this angle, you can see. How do you find this beta? So to find this beta, we draw projection of point P on minus x minus y or xy plane, whatever you say. So when you draw projection of point P on xy plane, the coordinate will become -1, 0 of this projection P dash. Okay. And once you have projection coordinates of projection P dash, you join OP dash, you join OP, you join PP dash. Triangle OPP dash is a right angle triangle where 90 degrees is here. This angle is 90 degree. Angle P dash is 90 degree. Okay. With respect to angle beta, OP dash is base, PP dash is perpendicular, and OP is hypotenuse. And correspondingly, beta can be written as tan inverse perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular is PP dash upon base OP dash. Now what is PP dash? So you can very well check that PP dash is equals to 1. And what is OP dash? So OP dash you can very well find that it is equals to root 2. And correspondingly, theta will be equals to 90 degree plus tan inverse 1 by root 2. That is 90 degree plus 35.26, which is equal to 125.26. Okay, this is theta. Now think of phi. What is phi? Very simple. To find phi, we draw projection of point P on xy plane, that is point P dash. This angle between OP dash and positive x-axis. This angle, this very thin angle, as you can see, this angle is this line is positive x-axis, and angle from this positive x-axis to OP dash, this complete angle is the phi angle. And as we had already discussed in last part that this phi is greater than 180 degree. So we can write phi is equal to 180 plus alpha, where alpha is the angle between OP dash and negative x-axis, as you can see. So to find again what we had performed there, we will do the same thing. For finding alpha, we draw projection from P dash to point B. When you draw projection from P dash to point B, you find that P dash to point B, the projection, the coordinate of point B is given by -1, 0, 0. And if you think of this angle alpha, the triangle OP dash B is a right angle triangle where angle B is 90 degrees at angle B, and correspondingly the P dash B is perpendicular, OB is base, and OP dash is hypotenuse. And correspondingly, alpha can be written as cos inverse of base upon hypotenuse, that is OB upon OP dash. Sorry, yeah, here we are having a mistake. This is not P dash B, this is P dash O for OP dash. Okay. So cos inverse OB upon OP dash, and OB will be equals to 1 and OP dash will be equals to square root of 2. And correspondingly, phi is given by 225 degrees. In this manner, we can find coordinates for any point in rectangular coordinate system, or we can convert coordinates in rectangular coordinate system to equivalent spherical coordinate system. If you go through these examples, you will find yourself more proficient. We have one more question remaining, and we will perform that question in the next part or next session. Okay. So thank you very much.